Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk about like the facts versus fiction of the coronavirus that's going on. I'm sure you guys know all too well about what is going on with the virus. It's worldwide now, so I definitely did my research and wrote down some facts about the virus, and I also looked up some fiction, so we don't get like too carried away, like jumping overboard. Things to, definitely take note of, and things that we don't really need to be concerned about, overreact about. So I have my notes. You guys are going to see me look down periodically at my notes because I want to make sure I say the correct things and I don't have this all in my head. It's kind of a lot. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright. These are just a couple questions and answers that I have, and then I'm going to hop right into the actual facts versus fiction of the virus. So, the coronavirus disease of 2019 is also known as COVID-19. It is a respiratory illness that can spread from person to person. The virus that causes COVID-19 is a novel coronavirus that was first identified during an investigation into an outbreak in Wuhan, China. The virus that causes COVID-19 is most likely came from an animal source, but can now spread from person to person. It's considered droplet precaution, not airborne. So it means that it's mainly spread between two people who are in close proximity to one another, 6 feet or less. And it's usually contracted when the infected person coughs or sneezes, and the other person, is in that area of that cough or sneeze. It may be contracted also through touching an infected area, such as a counter that somebody sneezed on or something like that. So it's best to avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth area. As of right now, there's no specific treatment for the disease, and there's no vaccine for it. There are 378,741 cases worldwide. I said that right? Sorry if I said that wrong. 378,741. Yes. There are 44,054 in the U.S. So if you're in the United States, that's how many there are here. But it's definitely grown since since it first came about. The numbers have definitely increased. All right. So I'm gonna head into the facts of it. I have I have 5 facts for the coronavirus. So things that we need to definitely keep aware of in our day-to-day life. Fact number 1 is that this disease can affect any race or any ethnicity. So it doesn't matter if you're young or old or black or white or whatever. It's like anybody can get it. It's a disease amongst all human mankind. So fact number 2 is most people will not become seriously ill from this virus. The risk is low. So they're basically saying like to become seriously ill or like death is very low risk with this disease. Nonetheless, it can happen because we have seen deaths with this disease. People who have underlying health issues already, such as asthma, heart disease, cancer, are automatically at a higher risk, which is with most sicknesses. So, fact number 3, someone who has completed quarantine or has been released from isolation does no longer pose a risk of infecting others. So a person who has already been through the quarantine process, basically somebody who's already had the sickness but has been cleared, is no longer a risk towards others. Fact number 4, to prevent infection, wash hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Avoid eyes, nose, mouth area, which I stated before, with unwashed hands. Stay home if you're sick. Cover coughs and sneezes with a tissue, and then, you know, throw the tissue away when you're done using it. Definitely want to make sure you're keeping surfaces clean, like get Clorox or bleach or whatever, and just keep common surfaces clean that you touch around your house or even in your car. Like I make sure that I have wipes in my car. I try to wear gloves as much as I can, cause yeah. I also read that people who don't have the disease, who don't have the virus, are not supposed to wear the face mask. But I've been seeing that a lot lately. So I mean, you guys can look into that. But I looked into it and it says that, you know, not to wear the mask if you don't have it. Um, I didn't see the reason why, but obviously, I mean, if you're gonna wear the mask, hey, wear the mask. I mean, who am I to tell you not to wear a mask? Whatever makes you feel more comfortable, period. So we have fact number 5. The signs and symptoms of the disease are fever, cough, and shortness of breath. So if you're experiencing these things, it doesn't automatically mean that you have it, but these are the 3 main signs of it. So if you are coughing more than usual, if you're running a high fever, if you're having shortness of breath, it's definitely something you want to definitely take a look at. You want to stay home if you're sick anyway. So definitely take care of yourself. Now I'm going to move into the fictions of it because these are kind of wild. I'm not sure if people actually tried these. I'm assuming people actually tried these, so I hope not though, because some of these are kind of crazy. But you know, a lot of things are happening, and people do crazy things when they are in fear. So there are 10 facts, I think. I mean 10 fictions. Yeah, 10 fictions. Okay. So, fiction number 1, okay, inhaling the hot air from your blow dry will not prevent infection. You know, so don't go and turn on your blow dry and like just start inhaling, because it's not going to do anything. Fiction number 2, the World Health Organization isn't saying no to ibuprofen. So, if you're feeling kind of ill or under the weather, you feel like, hey, I might have this, and you're taking ibuprofen, they're not saying not to take it, so go ahead and take it if it feels, you know, if you feel like you'll feel better after taking ibuprofen. Fiction number 3, gargling with salt and warm water won't kill the virus. So usually, you know, when we're feeling, you know, having the sore throat and stuff, our parents will tell us like, hey, just gargle some salt and hot water or whatever, and like, boom, your throat will feel better. But this is not the case for this virus. So fiction number 4, holding your breath for 10 seconds won't diagnose the virus. If you want to hold your breath, that's fine, but it's not going to be an indication whether you have contracted the virus or not. So fiction number 5, the incoming summer season won't automatically kill the virus. So the warm weather that's about to set in soon won't automatically discard the virus. In my research, I actually read that we might be under quarantine until like about April 12th, April 13th. So it's bad. They're trying to prevent it from getting spread any wider than it already has. Fiction number 6, dousing yourself with chlorine, alcohol, or other products is pointless and won't kill the infection. Don't go jump in a pool. You're not going to feel better. You're just going to be wet and mad. Don't just douse yourself with alcohol or anything like that, because, it's not going to kill it. It's not going to do anything at all. Fiction number 7, the virus isn't carried by mosquitoes. So, yeah, it's not. This is not something that hatched from mosquitoes or insects or anything. As I stated before, this virus came from meat, from some type of animals. Bats, I believe. I also read in my research is bats. Yeah, they were eating bats in China and other animals. They were also eating like other animals in China, but bats were one of them, and they believe that the virus came from the animals that they were eating. There's a lot of different theories, obviously, but that's the one that I've read today. Fiction number 8, ultraviolet disinfection lamps won't kill the virus. So If you have an ultraviolet disinfection lamp, that's cool, but it won't do you any good in this case. All right. Fiction number 9, having a thermal scan somewhere won't detect everyone who's infected. For instance, like the airport. So if you're at the airport and you have to walk through the thermal scan, and that's not gonna detect anything. It's not gonna kill anything. So fiction number 10, cow urine doesn't prevent infection. Don't drink it. So I'm not sure if somebody drank cow urine before this, or sometimes we have these family, remedies that we've been using for generations, and yeah, but that's not one. I wouldn't recommend drinking cow urine on any occasion, but definitely not in this case. I mean, in general, you shouldn't drink cow urine, but it's not gonna. You're just gonna be. I mean, I feel like cow urine would make you sick, not better. So that's definitely a fiction. And that's my last one. So those are just 10 fictions that I found. There are plenty more. The main thing that people are freaking out about is a lot of people believe that it's an airborne virus. Airborne is like it's contagious in the air, and this is not that. This is droplet precautions. So that means that's why we're under quarantine right now. Many of you know that your governors and etc. Even the president is like, hey, stay home. This is something that we're trying to wait until it blows over type of situation. So we're instructed to basically stay home, and went from being groups 60 people or less, 30 people less, 10 people less. Now they're just like stay home. A lot of businesses has closed, like gyms and hair salons, and what else is closed? Like just a lot of restaurants, just a lot of different. Even the courthouses here where I'm at, they have closed. So a lot of businesses have closed. I think the only things that are open are the gas stations, the grocery stores, the liquor stores, like essential stuff like that, here. But it's like it's a ghost town where I'm at. Like people, it's like, man, they're like, don't go outside, don't breathe. Not literally don't breathe, but it's like basically protect yourself. Whether you're sick or not, they're telling us to stay indoors to prevent it from spreading anymore. If you do go outside, make sure you're wearing gloves and whatnot. I washed my hands right before this video, so I'm good. I haven't even been outside lately, like low key. I went out to the grocery store earlier, but that was about it. They're telling us to take this kind of seriously because anybody susceptible, I can't say the word. Anybody can contract this virus is what I'm saying. Like anybody. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. I know as young people we think we're invincible to anything, and we're not. You know what I'm saying? There have been plenty of young people who have already contracted this disease, so we're not like immune to it or anything like that. Definitely something you want to take serious. Definitely take your vitamin C's and B's and all your vitamins. Make sure you're going out with something on your stomach. If you do have to go out, like I said again, they're saying not to wear the face mask, but if you feel more comfortable with a face mask, who am I to tell you not to wear a face mask? But I mean, all we can do is pretty much quarantine ourselves, isolate ourselves, just be at home, be around the people you live with and stuff. But they're telling us not to just go hang out and not just go congregate and hang out like we are, even though some of us are. I actually seen on the news a bunch of people are at Florida Beach, the beach in Florida, so, YOLO, some people are just like YOLO. I also heard flights and stuff is very low, so hey, you want to take that risk and travel, you know what I'm saying, let God be with you and all, but I'm going to go ahead and stay on home. Yeah, so this is what's going on. This is just an update. Like I said, the numbers have grown as far as people contracting it. Until we hear any more news, like I said, it's supposed to last till about April 12th, April 13th, about, us being quarantined and sentenced to stay in the house, etc., etc. But obviously people are leaving the house. We have to eat. We have to go get groceries. We have to go to work. Some of us, our jobs have shut down. Like, hey, we're not going to work for a week or two. I know people who are not working right now. So, you know what I'm saying? It's different everywhere, but I know across the border, period, they are shutting down businesses, telling us to stay indoors. Do whatever you have to do to make yourself feel safe, to make your family and loved ones feel safe in this time. Yeah, keep your heads up, keep your prayers up. That's all I gotta say, Don't jump the bandwagon with this. It's not the end of the world, but definitely do take this seriously because it is a serious matter, you know. So that's all I have today. That was just a quick little update about what's going on in the virus and what we should be doing and what we really need to be worried about and what is kind of like fiction. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things being blown out of proportion. So I just kind of wanted to differentiate, you know. So anyway, I hope you guys stay safe, stay clean, keep your prayers up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.